Final day in a main event, Curtis Blaydes, he gets the job done. 5-round decision. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, well, I think you know, he won the fight. That's the key. You got to win. I think he talked a lot of smack this week. You know, about ragdolling him and you know, he's not getting paid enough and he should be getting a title fight. When you talk that kind of smack, you should probably back it up when you show up, and I don't think he did that tonight.
As far as the last one, the title shot, where is he, do you think, in terms of...
Francis Ngannou is next. Curtis Blaydes' only 2 losses are to Francis Ngannou. You know, Francis Ngannou is next. The Stipe and Cormier thing will play out this summer, and we'll find out who's going to take on Cormier.
Yeah. How much do you think those?
Francis Ngannou.
Francis, yeah. And how much do you think those 2 losses to Francis will hurt Curtis? I mean, even if he continues to win, will that?
No, I don't think they hurt Curtis. They don't hurt Curtis. They hurt Curtis for who's next in line. Right now. For Francis, you know what I mean? Francis, there's no doubt. Nobody can deny that Francis is next. He's beat Curtis twice, and you know, he's one of the scariest dudes on earth.
Yeah. Co-main event, you know, Emmett versus Burgos. Everyone thought it was going to be a good fight going in. Is that the best fight you've seen so far this year?
Yeah. Wow. The problem for those guys, that's definitely fight of the night, and it's definitely a candidate for fight of the year. The problem is Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Weili Zhang happened this year. You know what I mean? And when you look at what was on the line and how sick that fight was, and it was 5 rounds, and you know, that's a tough one to beat. But tonight was incredible. Both of these guys showed, first of all, Emmett with his knee in the first round, stays in the fight, continues to throw bombs and power punches. Burgos takes the punches and you know, gets dropped and gets back up, stayed in the fight right till the end, and then at the end, Emmett closed the show and dominated the fight, and you know, put the exclamation point on it and won the fight.
What's that like for you sitting, you know, behind that face guard? You're by yourself. No one's within 6 feet of you. Usually, you know, you're sitting on right next to the octagon. There's celebrities sitting behind you, or the thing is full of fans. Have you gotten used to that yet?
Listen, obviously, you know, nothing is the same without the fans here. The fans make it so much more fun. But I love fights. We can be sitting in my living room. I can be sitting behind the plexiglass, or I can be sitting in the arena full of people. It's all good for me.
Yep. One thing I wanted to ask you about real quick was Max Rokouch, the guy who opened, Max Rokov, the guy who opened up the curtain jerker. After the second round, said that he couldn't go anymore. It was a short notice fight, but a lot of chatter about that, I guess. You know, some people thinking like, oh, he should have stayed in the fight. Other people thinking he's a quitter. I know that you know, with the Dana White fights, you want to see effort when these guys come in there. What
the funny story about that is his manager had terrorized Sean Shelby and basically told Shelby, this guy's the future, this guy's this, that, and Sean said, okay, we'll put him in. And there you go.
Would he get a shot? Did you think that another shot? Do you think he's UFC caliber?
Do you think he should?
Short notice fight.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go either way, I suppose.
Yeah. No matter how you come in, short notice or whatever the deal is, you got to go. This is go time. This is the big show. This is the big stage, and you know, you got to go. Look, I mean, I'll go back to Curtis Blaydes. I was just ripping him a minute ago, but the reality is, at the end of like the 3rd round, he was breathing so heavy he couldn't stop breathing. But Curtis Blaydes didn't quit. Curtis Blaydes didn't stop after the 3rd round or the 4th round. You could tell he was exhausted. You know, you get to these places where when you're in a fight, there's sometimes that these guys feel like they're going to die because you're so exhausted, you don't think that you can do, and you push yourself and you get there. That's what being in this next level is all about, you know? And even though I was ripping Curtis either because he talked so much this week, you don't come in and have a performance like that. You saw Curtis Blaydes go 5 rounds tonight, you know, when I'm sure he thought he couldn't get past the 4th or wanted to stop in the 5th. It's what separates you, you know, the people who belong here from the people who don't belong here.
It's been a couple weeks since Conor McGregor tweeted he's retired. Any text messages, any type of correspondence between the two of you?
Conor McGregor is retired.
He's retired.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Nate Diaz? He's another guy. His name got brought up because Clay Guida's been calling him out a lot. Clay Guida didn't win, but have you heard from him at all during this pandemic?
I don't chase guys that don't want to fight. I don't chase guys. We offer guys 3 fights a year. You get 3 fights a year if you don't fight. I got a roster full of people that want to fight.
Last question for you, and I've been asked actually from some other reporters who cover other sports at ESPN. Has any other leagues reached out to you to say, "Hey, you were the first. Do you have any suggestions? Can we take a look at your plan?"
Yeah, we've sent it to lots of people.
Yeah. And Major League Baseball in particular, have you had any correspondence with them?
I don't know if we did with Major League Baseball. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I don't know who they are, but yeah, they called and we sent it out to a lot of people. Other fight organizations too.
Oh, one more thing. Next week, you got Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker. Anybody who, looking for something to do next week, what would you tell them about Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker? Why is that a fight to watch?
Yeah, listen, they're two of the top guys in that division, in a stacked, nasty division. Stylistically, it's a very good fight. Stand up or on the ground, no matter where that fight goes, it's a fun fight.